Today, we're going to talk about Thai relationships. That's what we're going to talk about. This is me speaking my experience and from my own personal opinion. Long distance relationships are hard for several reasons. The first reason I say that they're hard is because if you spend 6 months away from your partner, long distance, it's the worst ever, and your fail rate is really high because it's hard to entertain and keep that level of engagement and love and focus over 6 months. And it's true. It's true. You have to really be made from another cloth. The amount of attention you're gonna have to get to that relationship, the amount of focus on both sides, from the woman and the man, y'all gotta be locked in, and it's very hard. I'll tell y'all a story a little bit later about myself. You know what I'm saying? And I went through that same situation, and I'll tell you my experience, but back to the video a little bit. The upbringing, I feel like the Thai women, we're gonna start with Thai women, they're more traditional, like how things used to be back home in America or back home in the West. You know, the dating scene and the dating pool back home is cooked. Times have changed, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? But the women, as far as in the foreign women, their upbringing is just a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? They cater to their men way more. You know, they still appreciate men for who they are and what they do and what they can bring to the table. They okay with being submissive. You know what I'm saying? And they okay with letting a man lead and being a man and figuring it out as a man. That's in our DNA, to lead, to figure it out, because that's what a real man does, you know, and they okay with that. They'll step back, and more importantly, they'll play their role. They're still into playing their role. They don't want to wear the pants to be a man or be the man in the relationship. They're going to step back and let you do it. As long as you're being the man and you're doing all the right things, then yeah, they're going to let you lead, you know. I feel like the women of the West, they want to be the man. They want to wear the pants. They want to call the shots. You know what I'm saying? Now, in their defense, there might be a lot of dudes out there that's running around here acting like, yeah, the B word. And that's cool, but I'm speaking for the real man out here like myself, the one that's getting out here, that's getting it, the one that got a lot going for themselves, the one that got their shit in line. A good, strong, independent, but submissive woman, when she get with a strong alpha male like me, you know, I'm an alpha male, you know what I'm saying? And I need a strong, independent woman, but I need her to know when to play her role. I feel like the Thai women, traditionally, that's what they just used to. They used to the man going out, getting to the bread. They stay home and do what they got to do, or whatever part Thai women play in their culture. You know what I'm saying? Because it's different roles, but they know their role, and that's where it stops at, you know, right there. The women here, they cook, they clean, they rub you down, they do whatever you need happily every day. I feel like they feel like you obligated to do certain things. They feel entitlement, you know, and it's just night and day to me, but it all goes back to how they were raised. You know, over here it's more about family. I don't feel like this is the same or it's the same in America or back in the West. I don't know if they really, the culture, I don't feel like the culture, like we not, here is, over there is, you know, and that's another thing. I just think that my whole time that I spent in Thailand so far has just been amazing. And I have learned so much about the Thai culture and the Thai women, you know. Now, at the end of the day, you date what you want to date. In my book, as a black man, If you want to date a black woman, date you a black woman. If you want you a Latino, Filipino, Asian persuasion, or Chinese, it doesn't matter, baby. Get what you want. It's all about your life. You only live once, but you got to know what you want. And once you know what you want, you'll go get that. To my women back west, I'm all for y'all having y'all independency. I love when I turn on my TV or I run into a black woman in traffic and she driving something nice and she look like she got her shit well put together, maybe own business or two or three, whatever she got going, but she got it going. And I like that, and I want to see more of that, in the world. Just, I like seeing more of that in the world, women being more independent. But what I ask my women is, when you meet that alpha male, submit and let him lead. Because at the end of the day, yeah, you a strong, independent woman and you can do it all by yourself and you don't need no man. And that's true, you know what I'm saying? But the way the world was structured, the way God created this for us, we shine best together. Man and woman. Baby, listen, why don't you be we can be a power couple. I'm a boss, you a boss. We a power couple, super couple, you know? And if we work together, we're gonna win, because it's gonna be times where you're gonna let me lead, and there's gonna be times I'm gonna fall back and let you lead. And that's how we gonna gel and we gonna mesh together, and it's just gonna feel like a match made in heaven, like peanut butter and jelly. Like peanut butter and jelly. Came over here to Thailand and I was getting to know this girl. She came over, we had dinner at the crib one night, and after dinner, it blew my mind. It blew me because she went and started doing the dishes. So I'm like, okay, I ain't used to that. I said, hey, hold on, you ain't got to do that right now. I said, come chill. She said, no, I got to get it done. So she started, As a matter of fact, it wasn't even just me and her. In another time, it was her and a couple of friends over, and me and my boys. And after we got done eating, the ladies started cleaning up. Yeah, they swept, did the dishes, and went and grabbed the trash. I was like, hold on, y'all ain't got to do the trash. We'll take the trash out, because back home, you know what I'm saying, I feel like that's a man's job. Women take out the trash. Women take out their own trash. But if you a man and you with a woman, take out your woman trash. Let her do everything else. She can cook. She can wash the dishes. She can even sweep the floor. You know what I'm saying? But when she go to grab that trash bag, just like when she at the pump, the gas pump, she shouldn't be pumping her own gas, man. Get up out the car. I don't give a fuck how cold it is. Pump that gas for her, man. But back to the subject. It was just Thailand and Western women, or just women of the East and the women of the West, is just totally different, man. And a lot of men that have traveled, if you never travel, you won't know what I'm talking about. You got to leave the country, wherever you're from. You know what I'm saying? I'm speaking from America because that's where I'm from. But if you anywhere in the West, as far as UK or anywhere, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about, man. It's a big difference in the women from the West versus the women from the East or Southeast Asia, And I stand on that.